She took Wisteria's arm. "Won't the noise attract them?" "We'll be fine. The siren is too low for the biters to hear." Wisteria took her hand. "It's probably a false alarm or something," Tim added as he left the room. "Where's he going?" Amanda asked anxiously. They heard the heavy back door slam shut, and Wisteria hurried into the corridor. Tim was chaining and bolting the back entrance. "This way." He rushed past them. The girls followed him to the front of the supermarket. Gareth, Tim's older brother, was bolting the steel front door. "Tim, what are you doing here? Get them downstairs, now!" He switched off the lights. Gareth's intensity frightened Wisteria, as he was normally the class clown. The younger boy hurried out, and again the girls followed until they reached a rickety door under the stairs. He opened the door to reveal a steel security cage door, and behind that was stairs to the basement. The siren sounded off again. Amanda shrieked. Tim made his way down the long descent into the basement. "You've got to keep quiet," Gareth warned. "Wisteria, go." Wisteria followed Tim along the dimly lit steps. Something moved," Amanda muttered as the light flickered and went out. "Where are the lights?" She grabbed Wisteria's shoulder. "They cut all the power after the sirens go," Wisteria answered. "It's safer since spiders are drawn to light." Gareth padlocked the door behind them. Something brushed against Wisteria's body. "Ah!" Startled by it, she jumped. "Rhea, calm down." Tim lit a kerosene lamp and flashed the light over a hole that led to an underground bunker. "Inside." Wisteria climbed down first. "What's going on?" Amanda asked once they were inside the hole. "We've got to wait down here." Wisteria looked around the room. It was comprised of 3 bunk beds and what looked like a chamber pot. Tim climbed down. Then Gareth pulled down the cover of the hole and locked them inside. "Don't worry." Tim sat next to Amanda. "This is probably a drill." Wisteria sat on the bed furthest from the door. The older boy perched on the ladder and took out a packet of cigarettes. "A drill? So it's not real?" Amanda twisted her long blonde hair in her fingers. "It happens every few weeks." Tim held Amanda's hand. "They want to prepare us in case the biters ever make it onto the island," Wisteria explained. "They do this all the time?" Amanda questioned. "Yeah, most buildings have a bunker or shelter of some kind," she replied. "So we just sit here and wait? For how long?" Amanda gripped Tim's hand even tighter. "There'll be a 3rd siren. Well, a series of 20 short sirens in a few hours if it's a drill," Wisteria answered. "And if it's not?" Amanda asked. "Hopefully the 300 soldiers who run this town won't let that happen," Gareth remarked as he smoked. "There's no way the island could repel a swarm. The only plan is to wait it out in the bunkers, and hopefully some of us will survive," Wisteria informed her. "You're being overly dramatic." Gareth shot her a dirty look. "How long are we going to have to be down here?" Amanda continued. "Once we're sure it's safe, what happens next?" Wisteria started. "Until the other siren goes off," Gareth snapped at her. "As simple as that." "Wisteria, what the hell's wrong with you?" "Technically, we don't know," Wisteria protested. "Wisteria hysteria. It's a drill." Tim rolled his eyes. "Biters have never set foot on the island since the soldiers came, and they never will." "You've not been outside in—" "What? In what, Wisteria?" Gareth gasped. "The reason we keep having these drills is because Major Coles is an anal-retentive loser. That's it." There was a loud bang upstairs. Someone or something was inside the house. Tim sprang to his feet and glanced at Gareth, who looked unsettled. "We bolted all the doors so no one should be up there," Tim exclaimed. "Be very quiet." Wisteria looked up at the door. She heard another loud crash above and crossed her legs on the bed while staring at her feet. She prayed the night would pass. Amanda clutched firmly onto Tim. Gareth lit another cigarette, his hands shaking as he moved the cigarette to his lips. All the kids jumped up as they heard scratching on the door. Amanda let out a scream. "Shh," Tim pleaded. A deep moan came through the door as the scratching got louder. "The door will keep us safe, right?" Amanda seemed to be begging more than asking. It depended on how many biters were out there. If there was 1, then they were fine. If there were 20, they were toast. "Do you have any weapons?" Wisteria realized they hadn't checked. Diving under the bed, Tim dragged out a battered trunk, trembling as he struggled with the lock. "Hurry!" His older brother stood over him. Tim opened the case. "It's empty." "No!" Wisteria ran to look closer at the empty case. The groaning got louder. "Where's the rifle?" Tears escaped from Tim's eyes. Gareth opened his mouth but couldn't speak. A violent thud sounded on the door. "Crap!" Tim kicked the case. "Cliff, the idiot! Our loser stepfather! He didn't put it back!" Another moan came from the other side of the door. "I'm going outside." Gareth moved toward the ladder. "What?" Tim gripped his arm. "I've got to do something," Gareth insisted. "Maybe I can—" "You're mad!" Wisteria pulled him back. "Gareth, you'll die!" Tim wrestled him to the floor. "Brains! Brains! We want to eat your brains!" a guy yelled from the other side of the door. Gareth was laughing hysterically. "Open up!" Stephen laughed from outside the bunker. Wisteria couldn't believe she had taken Gareth seriously. "You should see your face, Tim!" Gareth snickered and turned to Wisteria. "Do you have any weapons?" he mocked as he continued to laugh and unlocked the door. Stephen appeared. "You sounded like 6-year-olds. He descended into the bunker carrying a large glass bottle. "Wisteria hysteria. I thought you were going to wet yourself," Gareth sneered. "Gareth, you're an idiot." Wisteria stormed up the ladder. "I'm going home." "Wisteria, you can't go out there. If the soldiers pick you up, you're going to be in trouble," Gareth called, still sounding amused. "Come on, don't be dumb. It was a joke." "Rhea, I've got cider from Mulberry Orchard." Stephen waved the bottle at her. "Come on, have some." Ignoring them, she climbed out of the bunker and headed to the stairs. "Man, talk to your woman," Gareth teased. Come on, Rhea." Stephen raced after her. "You know how Coles will lose his mind if anyone's caught out there during a drill." "So?" Wisteria shrugged. If Coles found out they violated the lockdown, they'd be disciplined. All their rations would be cut, but they wouldn't starve. Not this time. It would be her first major offense. Gareth, Tim, and Stephen would all lose their sweet jobs working in the supermarket and the library. They could be moved to sewage treatment, sanitation, or pest control. Since Wisteria was a tracker, and the island needed more trackers, Coles would probably just shout at her. "Listen, Rhea." He came up to her. "I'm sorry." Wisteria turned to tell him where to stick his apology. Stephen's frown broke into a smile, and in the diminished light, he looked so beautiful. "Please? For me?" He leaned over until his sandy blonde hair brushed against her face. "I'll owe you." She stared into his blue eyes, wanting to believe what he said. "I'm going home." He curled his fingers through her braids. "I'll walk you home tonight," he offered while breathing deeply into her ear. "Once this is over." "I don't need you to take me home tonight," she muttered nervously. "Why not? You know you want me to take you home," he whispered, brushing his lips against her ear. Her heart pounded violently inside her chest. She knew she should never say yes to him. He was a toad, and he was using her. "Fine, whatever." She pushed him away from her. "I'll wait." She sat down on the step, kicking herself for caving to him. Wisteria could hear the guys in the bunker howl with laughter when Stephen joined them. "Do you think she's safe out there?" Amanda asked one of the boys. "She'll be fine. It's just a drill," Stephen replied.